Hi everyone, doing something a little bit different today. I don't ever do product reviews for my vehicles. One, because I always have used vehicles, so anything that I do to them or change, it will have been done 1,000 times before, and I'm not bringing anything new. This time's a little bit different. So what we have here is a set of true coilovers for my Nissan 350z. Seen these on eBay and they were priced up or labelled up as 350z spring and dampers and priced as spring and dampers, which is a lot cheaper than coilovers. So this is a used set, come off a vehicle that was breaking by a specialist, but I don't know who took them off because they've tagged them up wrong. So quickly saw them, noticed that they were a coilover setup, looked at the make of them. I said, is that VAT? You know, what is that? So I bought them, took a punt, and also I then contacted them on Facebook just to get some specs, you know, kind of what I've bought, and I'll put a screenshot up with what they've come back to me. So they've come back and said that these are forged aluminium top mounts and lower mounts, which is really rare from what I gather. Normally they're just, other companies, you know, the lower mounts are just steel, which I think is more cost effective. So I've took it all apart, cleaned it all up, and we'll put one of the fronts together and one of the rears together, and I'll just assemble it with sort of like a time lapse. But yeah, these are the WAT Racing 350z coilovers. So we've got the top nut on and secure, both bushings in place with the washers as well also. But as you can see, we've got, everything's all greased up till I clean it. We've got loads of slack, but that gives us the opportunity to set the preload. So I've been in contact with WAT Racing and they've sent me over some fantastic instructions on what to do. I'll put a screenshot up now. So they've said that their system, their kits, work best with 10mm of preload when you don't have a helper spring, but then on the front it needs 20mm of preload. So what we'll do is do that to the rear now. The fronts I've already done. They're set to 20mm, but I'll show you doing the rears quickly. They've said it's 10mm, so all you do to achieve that, if you don't already know, is wind the top collar to meet the coil by hand, so it's snug in there. Then you wind the collar underneath, the locking collar, to meet it. So once it's met, I'll clean all this grease off. You then raise this collar further up the body 10mm, and then you raise this one up to meet it, lock it into place, and you're set. So we'll do that now. So here we are, coilovers all built up and went together without any concerns. Preloads have been set. I've sent a message over to WAT Racing and they've come back to me. They've said 10mm if you're not using a helper spring is their recommended preload setting, and 20mm of preload if you are using a helper spring. So they've gone all back together. Great. The lower lock rings, they've been left loose at the moment until I get the suspension on the car, and then I adjust the final ride height from there. But overall, very happy with them so far. The quality seems really good. These use a 50mm piston for the suspension, whereas a lot of coilovers, when I've looked into it, BCs, KWs, Meisters, they tend to use sort of like between a 44 to 46mm piston. So, and I said these are a 50mm with a 57mm body, so they're a bit bigger, and I think it's going to sort of flow more of the oil around. So I think that's only going to be a good thing, but the truth will be when it's on the vehicle. But the use of materials for these is excellent. Having had BC Racing Coilovers before and Meisters, I would say these are every bit as good in the quality so far, if not better, because you've got a forged aluminium top mounts, forged aluminium lower mounts, and the problem can be with these locking collars here, of course when you snug them up you do them sort of fairly tight, and to the mounts, if these are steel, of course you've got different metals there, and over time you know, they're going to cause issues if not looked after. But with these being aluminium on the same material, hopefully that should negate any problems, you know, going forwards with adjustments and whatnot. So yeah, really happy. They look fantastic, and I've not seen another Nissan 350z with these on. So yeah, it's going to be a first. So next time we cut, it's going to be to the install. It won't be like a guide or anything. I'll just sort of throw them on and sort of capture what I can. But yeah, I'm looking forward to giving my review on these coilovers. Cheers, bye bye.